let's move on to your second pick, Chris. And this one is on your list for not the best reason.
Right. So we've talked about Evolv Technologies before on the channel, and one of the reasons why it's on my list right now is unfortunately we did have another school shooting, and those are becoming all too common. And this isn't the place to talk about the reasons why or reasons to prevent that, but one of the things I've noticed about Evolv Technologies is the stock's up about 59.9% in the last 90 days, and I can't help but think that's not a coincidence. Um, this company manufactures touchless um, security systems. So it's the next generation of metal detectors. It allows people to pass through the system very quickly without having to open bags or raise your hands over your head or do any of that stuff. And it's AI driven. They use AI as the backbone for their entire system. It's turning out to be very effective in detecting guns and detecting small knives, anything that would be potentially used as a weapon. And they've got every professional sports league has at least one, if not more, franchises using it. They've got churches, schools, hospitals using it. The concern that some people might have about the stock is until the last quarter, it wasn't profitable, but it did turn a profit in its last quarter, and that's expected to continue, but it's something to watch for. The other thing that some investors are concerned about is, does this company have a moat? In other words, there are competitors, there are other companies that are trying to get into this field. But I think one thing that investors could look at is the annual recurring revenue for Evolv continues to grow. And that means that they're not losing customers once they get them. And that's a very positive.
So, Chris, how much growth opportunity could there be for their stock, especially considering it just had a near 60% run up?
Yeah, that's kind of an interesting point here because despite that run up, um, analysts are still believing that you could still see another about 51% upside to the stock. That would be a price target of about $5.75. And it's still down about 17% for the year despite the run up. So there are gains to be made here. Again, it's a speculative stock, but it's one that you might want to keep your eye on, especially if you're looking at that convergence of small cap and AI.